Welcome back to the Morton's Bar. Now we're going to start working with spirits. One of the great things that's happened in this country over the last 5 or 6 years is the resurgence of mixology again. Basically, we now not only have bartenders, but we have bar chefs. The thought process being having all these wonderful spirits, but also bringing the back of the house or the kitchen to the forefront and using the freshest ingredients. Another thing that we're going to show you today is you can actually make different courses while using spirits. So for instance, we're going to make you what we call our chocolate raspberry Mortini today. And this could be in place of a dessert you might be having at home, or if you were sitting at the bar at Morton's, you can enjoy one here. But I might serve this with chocolates at the end of the meal. But again, we've brought raspberries, chocolate vodka, creme de cocoa, heavy cream, and you also want to have a great presentation. And this is really where we're going to start. What I have here is a very simple product. We all know it. It's a shell syrup, a chocolate shell syrup you can pick up from any grocery store where you live. And the glass is very chilled, and when this hits the glass, it's going to form a kind of cone and harden. So we want to do that first. We pour about 2 ounces in the bottom. This is just to make our presentation. And then we're going to twirl it so the chocolate begins to cover the glass like this. And what will happen is it will harden against the glass the longer it sits, as long as the glass is cold. If the glass isn't cold, it won't harden as well. So there we have our presentation. We'll let that sit as we work on making the drinks. So what I like to do is always add fresh raspberries to this recipe. So I have 5 raspberries here that we'll place in the bottom of our glass shaker. And I have what's a muddler here that will macerate the berries in the bottom of the glass. And this is going to release the juices and the flavors before I add my spirit. Then again, I have my 3 Olives chocolate vodka. This is a great chocolate vodka from an English company called 3 Olives. And I like to use a measurer. Like a cook in the kitchen, I'm very recipe driven. However, if you like to have a heavy hand or a light hand, it's really all up to you at the end of the day. So I'm going to pour 2 ounces of the chocolate vodka right over the raspberries. Then I'm going to pour ½ an ounce of dark creme de cocoa. Now, creme de cocoa can come in a light color or a dark color. You want the dark color for this drink because it'll look more like chocolate. And again, we want ½ an ounce. And again, pouring right into the non-iced part of our shaker. We're eventually going to put these together, but when you're ever building a drink, it's just like in the kitchen. You want to show what you're doing, and so therefore you're pouring everything so that the person you're making for can see it, as well as the fact that you don't want to keep it watered down as you're building the drink. Now, the last piece is 1 ounce of half and half. And once that's all mixed together, we'll pour it into the other half of our Boston shaker with the ice in it. Before you do anything, you obviously want to make sure there's no water at the bottom. This is to serve to chill, not to water down a drink. You'll pour your liquid and your macerated raspberries in the container. Make sure you get a seal so it doesn't come apart when you do it. And then we're going to shake it. And we really want to shake it. None of this stuff at home. We really get it back here and smile. It's always a show. Then you want to hit to break the seal on the side of the container. Take your strainer here with the liquid in it, and I like to put my forefinger here to hold it down. And you can push it. See, there's springs. You can push it towards the front so no ice cubes fall out. And you pour the liquid into your prepared glass. And you can see the bits of raspberry in it. And you get a nice different color. You get both the chocolate as well as the raspberry. And then how we like to finish this off is with a little semi-sweet chocolate from Calabo. And you can actually use the shredder right on top of it. Chocolate raspberry Mortini. Enjoy.